Hey everybody, my name's Charles Bushong. I'm here to talk about how to do less and a simple story about how doing less we saved $50,000 per month. Ignore the typo. Been with Defense Unicorns about a year and been in the federal space for a while. So stop me if you've heard this before. We had early on in the company, we had a bunch of AWS accounts spun up. We said, we innovate here, don't worry about price. Then they suddenly started worrying about the price and said, wait a minute, how much are we spending here? Our team got empowered to fix this. So first thing we did was start fresh. We created a new account factory, and we wanted to make sure we avoided on empowering people to spin up their own processes. For the old accounts, we were just not going to worry about them for now. We're going to set them aside just to avoid stifling the entire new environment. So avoiding the sins of the past, we wanted to make sure that we had visibility for admins, because on the old system we did not. Visibility for teams and visibilities for individual users. As I said, we wanted to make it self-service, and we wanted people to clean up after themselves. Really hard to do. So what to do about waste? We had some savings challenges because people don't go looking when they leave the lights on. They just leave them on. We don't like AWS billing alerts, which is a whole other talk I'll leave aside. And then we wanted to avoid alert fatigue. So we decided to roll our own alert. One of our alert tenets was to make it real. We wanted to see real dollars, real accounts. And we kind of just had a vague idea of the top 10 monthly spend accounts, but weren't really sure how to do it. We just didn't want to deal with graphs or complex maths because honestly, we were bad at it. Another tenet was to make things visible because people can't fix what they don't know about. But we didn't want dashboards because nobody goes to look at dashboards. We didn't want email because nobody goes to look at email. We decided just to use Slack because that's where we already are. But we also didn't want to make it too visible because the antithesis of visibility is alert fatigue. If you do it every single day, we figured people would ignore it. Every single month, it's too infrequent to act on. We settled on twice weekly, which, yeah, whatever, like might not be perfect, but it's done. And then we kind of wanted to under-engineer things because we didn't want a maintenance burden for the future to deal with. We considered an EC2 instance. We were worried about the security of an instance running for a long time unpatched. We ended up having a Terraform module that was laying around and kicking it off. Here's what it looks like. These are real account notifications. It's simple Slack message, top spending, and the account name. And then if there's any individual users with accounts, it's right there. I don't know who's that wasteful guy at the bottom. So we started noticing some differences by just scrolling up in Slack. Like it was really easy just to look at the past message, spot big and small changes, recognize accounts, and say, oh, I think we haven't seen that guy before. Let's go talk to him. It kind of became a small puzzle and used our brains instead of dashboards. So one time we saw a personal account creeping kind of high, said, hey man, just message in Slack. What's going on with that? They said, oh crap. And then deleted the thing. And it was just that easy. We built rapport, led to further savings down the line, and really just got us engaged with people. Then we kind of just let it cook. You know, we talked with stuff and talked with folks and stuff came up. We automated some cleanup, and then we helped our security folks out with some backlog work of theirs because we actually had time to do other stuff instead of babysitting this alarm. One cool idea my teammate had, hey, we should write this down. So we documented how much we saved with this, and naturally we decided to keep it simple. We just put it in a spreadsheet just with like a list of what we did, whether it was deleting the account, deleting the resource, or just making things optimized. Then we saw a new account at the top suddenly. It was the one for security guys that we helped a minute ago. It felt expensive. Eyeballing it was like a couple $100 a day, like $15K a month. And we were like, I don't know. Who can put a price on security, but it felt expensive. We talked to him and they said, what? Shut it off, shut down everything, stop the bleeding. Because it turns out it was not supposed to be that expensive. They were very gracious to us for coming to them, just asking, is this right? Long story short, what had happened was we were pulling stuff from our seam, from buckets, and it turns out if you're pulling millions of files and not deleting them, polling millions of files and not deleting them, S3 list bucket is actually super expensive. So I said 15K, but at the tail of the shock is 50K. That's a crazy thing. That was only like a third of the savings we ended up making on this. A third of it was legacy accounts that we just like nagged people to decom, and a third was just small crap that added up over time. So some of the lessons learned, simple. It was easy for us to write, easy to read, easy to maintain. Don't let computers rob you of human interaction. Just go talk to people. And that cheap APIs can still be very expensive if added up over time. Some more lessons learned. Don't let computers take your joy. It's fun to make scripts. It's fun to do cleanup. It's fun to save money. It's fun to make spreadsheets. Don't at me. And then slides can also be effective with only default templates and emoji pictures. Thank you very much.